Hello students. In our previous class, we had already started the topic chemical equation and we discussed about the definition and format of chemical equation. And also we discussed why we need to balance a chemical equation. Today, we take some more examples to understand how to balance a chemical equation. The method of balancing a chemical equation is hit and trial method. Here I am going to explain this method in detail. Let's start with an example. Here this is our first example. The chemical reaction is when iron reacts with water, it will produce ferric oxide and hydrogen gas. This is the chemical equation. Now we discussed how to balance a chemical equation. So to balance a chemical equation, first draw boxes around each formula. First step is draw boxes around each formula and do not change anything inside the boxes while balancing the equation. I repeat, do not change anything inside the boxes while balancing the equation. This is the table. We have to count and compare the number of atoms in the reactants and the number of atoms of an element in the products. Here it is reactants and products. This is the table form. First, element symbol, and second, number of atoms in reactants, and in third one, number of atoms in products. Element symbol is in this chemical equation iron, hydrogen and oxygen. Now let's start to count the number of atoms of reactants and products. Iron, 1 multiply 1. That is the number of atoms of iron in reactant is 1. In this, the number of atoms of hydrogen is 2 multiply 1. That is number of atoms of hydrogen is 2 in reactants. And the oxygen is 1 multiply 1. This one is 1. Like the same manner, we count the number of atoms in product of the same element. Here iron is 3 multiply 1. That is 3. Second is oxygen. Oxygen is 4 multiply 1. So we write here 4. And the hydrogen is 2 multiply 1. Hydrogen is 2 number of atoms in the products. Now let's check and compare the number of atoms on both the side, left hand side for reactants and right hand side for products. Hydrogen is the same number of atoms both sides, but iron and oxygen have different number of atoms. So our next step is select the element which has the maximum number of atoms and give first priority to this element for balancing the atom. According to this, oxygen has the 4 number, that is the greatest number of atom among all these. So we give first priority of balancing to the oxygen. To balance the oxygen for both sides, here 1 multiply 4 is equal to 4. This 4 comes on the reactants of the oxygen. Reactants of the oxygen is here. So this 4 comes in this place. And this changes the number of hydrogen atom in reactants. Hydrogen atoms in reactants. That is 4 multiplied to 8. This is balanced. Now in these two, the 8 is the maximum number. So second priority gives to balance of hydrogen atom, 2 and 8. So 2 multiply 4 is equal to 8. This multiply 4 comes in product of hydrogen. Hydrogen product. Hydrogen of product is here. So this 4 comes in this place. Now this is also this is balanced 4 4 and this is now balanced 8 8. Third priority gives to iron. This is 3 and this is 1. 1 multiply 3 is equal to 3. This 3 is the reactants of iron. We check horizontal line and vertical line. So this 3 comes in the reactant of iron. Reactant of iron is here. So this 3 comes here. Now you finally check the number of atoms of each element on both the sides are same or not. And we check iron, this is 3 and 3, hydrogen same 8 and 8, and oxygen 4 and 4. So we can write the balanced chemical equation like this: 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2, and this is our balanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equation. Now we take another example to understand how to balance the chemical equation. This equation is zinc plus silver nitrate gives zinc nitrate plus silver. We write in the symbolic notation: zinc, that is Zn, silver nitrate Ag for silver, nitrate NO3, zinc nitrate Zn NO3 whole twice because of the valency of zinc is 2 and the nitrate is 1, and silver. This is our skeletal equation because the number of atoms of the element on both the sides are not same. Now, as we discussed, first we write the symbol, that is Zn, Ag for silver, N for nitrogen, and O for oxygen. The second step is counting the number of atoms of reactants. Here we put boxes. Zinc 1 multiply 1, 1. Silver 1 multiply 1, that is 1. Nitrogen 1 multiply 1, that is number of atoms is 1. Oxygen 3 multiply 1. Number of atoms of oxygen in reactants is 3. In the product, zinc 1 multiply 1 is 1. Nitrogen, nitrate is in the bracket and here it is 2. 1 multiply 2 and multiply 1. 1 multiply 2 and multiply 1, nitrogen. Nitrogen 2. Oxygen 3 multiply 2, 6 and 1. That is 6. Oxygen. Oxygen here. 6. Silver. Silver 1 multiply 1. Silver is 1. Now check and compare the number of atoms of both the sides. 1 1. This one is same. 1 1. This one is same. 1 2 and 3 6 are different. So next, which is the greatest number? This one is 6. Oxygen 6. So first priority of balancing goes to oxygen. Here we multiply 3 multiply 2 is equal to 6. This 2 comes at the place of reactants of oxygen. Here is the oxygen in reactant. So this 2 comes at this place. This 2 comes at this place. But the number of atoms of silver and nitrogen also change. So silver changed to 2. 1 multiply 2, 2. Nitrogen also 1 multiply 2. Nitrogen also changed to 2. This one is balance. This one is balance. Now this one is balance, that is zinc. Silver 2 and 1. This one is not balanced. So 1 multiply 2 is equal to 2. This 2 comes product of silver. Product of silver here. This 2 comes at this place. Now all the number of atoms of both the side, in the side of reactants and in the side of products, are equal. Zinc is 1 and 1, silver 2 and 2, nitrogen 2 and 2, and oxygen 6 and 6. So we have to write the balanced chemical equation. Zn plus 2 AgNO3 silver nitrate, zinc nitrate plus silver. This is the balanced chemical equation. I hope you understand this method of balancing chemical equation, and you try some more examples for your convenience and be perfect in balancing the chemical equation. Thank you.